All right, welcome back. Well, things are heating up on Dancing with the Stars, and like we do every Tuesday, we're breaking down last night's performances.
And our celebrity analyst Penelope Jean is here with all the details on last night's star-studded cast and other Hollywood headlines. How are you, Penelope?
Yes, welcome.
I am good. It's, well, the semifinals. And
we're getting
next
close.
week are the finals.
Big time.
That's it. We're in the last of it.
And speaking of the semifinals, Jennifer Grey did a great job last night. I think she got perfect score on one of her dances.
All 10s, both dances.
Wow.
She got a perfect
So she got
score.
60.
So she had a perfect night, the first perfect night that we've had this season. And look at her rock. She's amazing. Now, a little bit of trivia about Jennifer, because I wanted to get this in at some point, and today might as well be the best day.
Okay.
She was engaged to Matthew Broderick,
Yes.
and she was also engaged to Johnny Depp. And she dated George Stephanopoulos. Isn't that amazing?
Wait a minute, hold
Our
on.
good
Back up
friend,
the bus.
George. How did you
Our
put
very
those three
own
together? Like,
ABC anchorman. Yes, she did.
Okay.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay,
Oh, that was a little
She's
fun,
a globetrotter.
Yeah,
little
she
fun
was,
tip
she was
for
with
today.
Broderick for a while.
She was.
Yeah.
And now he is married to Sarah Jessica Parker, although they've had some ups and downs.
Penelope knows all.
She does. 'Cause I didn't know. I knew about the other two, but I did not know about George Stephanopoulos.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
I love that.
I
All
look at him
right.
in a different light now. George.
Yes.
Okay. Who else do we have last night that was really doing it up? Of course,
Brandy and Max.
Brandy and Max.
Yes.
These are the two couples I'm thinking are going to be down there
I would agree.
in the finals.
I would agree. But believe it or not, she actually had the second lowest scores of the night last night, which are still excellent scores at this level.
I was going to say that. It's so funny how we're saying the second lowest scores, but all the scores were so
Nines
high.
and 10s.
Yeah, it's like now that you've gotten to the semifinals, you're trying to get 10s
They
the
were
whole
real
way
generous.
through.
Yeah, the judges were.
That's
yeah.
right.
Huh.
And Kyle's just come out of nowhere. He's amazing. He was so much fun last night, and it was just wonderful to watch.
He moonwalked his
There's
way.
Kyle.
Look at that.
We just love Kyle. I mean, he's just come out of nowhere, and he's
Literally,
just
Penelope.
dominating now.
Do you remember when we didn't know who that was? Evan had noticed him though from the beginning. Remember, he's
Evan
like,
did.
Who's this guy?
Evan had his eye on
I
him.
kept my eye on him.
Who's this
Kyle.
guy? Good for Kyle.
And then Bristol,
though.
lowest marks of the night. She had a couple of 8s in there, some 9s. She has not yet received a 10, so she is officially bottom of the leaderboard.
But
Okay.
Penelope, though, about Bristol, though, we were talking about this earlier. What do you think? I mean, I think that she still is doing a really good job. I mean,
Well, she is for an actual
She hasn't had a
amateur.
background in doing this.
She doesn't have a background in entertainment, so she's not had any training whatsoever, which you can't say about any of the other three.
Right.
So people are really going for her because they can see themselves in her. Like, that would be me if I was
Yeah,
on
a lot
that
of
show.
people were discussing this even on Good Morning America. They were talking about maybe the fix is in, you know, like what's the deal, especially with this reality whatever show.
with her
yes.
mom,
Yeah, with the Palin family up there in Alaska, with that
I think all of the analysts are saying the same thing. I would say that she would have as many votes for her as against her, so we really can't factor that in for Bristol. I think with Bristol tonight, I think it's her last night, so we'll have to watch
Really?
and see. But she is not at the same level as the rest, although she's sure giving it the good college try.
But we just saw it there. What do you think? Why do you think Sarah Palin is doing this show? Do you think
Sarah
it's
Palin's Alaska.
Yeah, do you think it's because we were talking about it earlier? And I
Right.
mean, I saw bits and pieces of it, and it showed Alaska in a great light. I think Alaska's beautiful, but the storyline was just, it wasn't there for me. Like, it just wasn't.
Well, America loves Sarah, and she has something very special, and they wouldn't put this show together if they didn't feel the ratings would be there. I think it's a giant commercial for Alaska, which, as you said, is a very good thing for Alaska. These are epic scenes, epic panoramic views.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be wonderful. It's a TLC production, which is owned by Discovery Communications. So they're doing this in Discovery fashion. So it's in part, you know, the main character is Sarah, while her co-star is Alaska. What it has, you know, its effect on a possible presidential race, I'm not sure. I think that rumors of a presidential race will more help the ratings on the show than vice versa.
Than vice versa.
Yeah. Bizarre. I didn't catch it myself, but do you think, I
I
mean,
did
now,
not either, but I have seen some highlights.
if Bristol, let's say, doesn't make it past tonight, do you think she joins the show as more of a,
She will be on the show, yes, and she already has been on the show.
the first
Yes.
episode?
Yeah, I kind of
been
want that to
filming
happen
for a
now.
while.
Yeah, because I want to see what she's got to say about. I hope that Levi shows up. I just
No,
hope he does.
You're gonna have to fill me
I
in.
could do without some
You
Levi
really are.
myself.
All right.
To be honest.
Now, moving on from Palin's Alaska. All right, we have a question, an email
Yes,
question we
good.
have from Diane, and she writes, you know, over the last week, I've heard many reports from the entertainment world that Bristol Palin and Mark Ballas have a thing for each other, a thing. Now, do you have any inside information about this rumor? Is it true? Is it just more of this kind of like thing that happens every time these couples get together for this dancing show?
It doesn't necessarily happen every time, but I've saw it also on Entertainment Tonight and a few of the others. I can tell you that this is not true. Mark is dating Chelsea Hightower, and he is not dating, has really nothing going on with Bristol Palin. People magazine called me about 2 weeks ago and asked me if there was something going on between Mark and Vienna Girardi, just because they were seen out in Hollywood. And I can also say that they are friends, and there's nothing going on between that couple either. They're just friends. So no, this is just one of the things that rumors get started, and
because the same thing happened last season with Ocho Cinco and what's her name? I can't think of
Cheryl Burke?
Cheryl, yeah.
Sure. Well, I mean, when they're really fresh on camera and they're affectionate and they're kind of rubbing each other's arms, I think you know, rumors very easily get started.
There's chemistry after the taping there of the show.
Yes, and just all good friends.
Well, you heard it first. Penelope says it's nothing going on.
Yeah, so it's nothing going on.
Good question, though, Diane. And remember, if you have a question for Penelope, shoot us an email. You can do that at lowcountrylive@abcnews4.com. We'll get more information about that. Well, I mean, I guess you know what else we got to do, Penelope? We got to do the giveaway.
We have a giveaway.
We always have the giveaway. You know, because speaking of dancing, we always talk about Dancing with the Stars. We have a little trivia giveaway for the viewers at home, and it's so graciously sponsored by Fred Astaire Dance Studios, located right here in Mount Pleasant and in West Ashley. So call in with the right answer to the trivia, and you get a free introductory course at the studio valued at $35. That's from the experts at Fred Astaire Dance Studios.
All right, so here's today's trivia question. Kyle Massey is one of the semi-finalists on Dancing with the Stars. What Disney Channel show was he in before making Dancing with the Stars, becoming a hit on that show? Call right now at 849-2535, and you too could be dancing like a star, or pretty close. We don't guarantee that.
Now our trivia
definitely dance better than
Kyle.
before.
Not only do we know his last name, but we're doing our trivia questions.
And now we know his last name.
Because I know everything about Kyle now. I've researched him.
You know, but it's all because Evan was on this guy's coattails from the beginning. So we appreciate you, Evan.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Penelope. We appreciate it. Well, something's smelling good here in the Lowcountry Live kitchen. When we return, we're whipping up some cookies with Yes You May. Stay with us.